Okay, here we are with Claudie Gordon Pomares again. Very excited to get so many of these modules done with her because I really think it's going to help people. And we were just talking about the sense of touch being very powerful in its ability to upregulate serotonin, which is crucial for kids with autism because their serotonin tends to be in the tank because they're in such a stressful environment, which we talked about in a previous episode also. And then you wanted to talk specifically about the importance of the skin. So tell us what we need to know about the skin as parents so we can utilize that organ in our therapy.
Uh, yes, and let me start with one piece of info that's very important. I like to start with something that's important, and
Okay.
that is that the only sense that we would not be able to survive without is the sense of touch. We would die without the sense of touch because it just takes care of our safety. We would not know about pain. We would not know if we're burning, if we're freezing. So this is really the basic fundamental sense that has so many links to the cortex and to our different functions. There is not a place without a receptor for the sense of touch. But amazing job that the creator did. One little tip for you to just figure how detailed that is. Do you know that we have more receptors for pain on the sides of the tongue than any other place? And
Wow.
that is, otherwise you would bite yourself constantly.
Oh.
So we know, okay, don't do that just because we have the right receptors at the right place. We have more receptors for pressure, sensation of what is this texture at the tips of the fingers, on the lips, on the neck, on the ears, strangely enough. So if we were looking at a person and say, okay, how much of it can translate information from the sense of touch? Really not so much. Like the arms, the leg is not really very much informed. And that is because if we're wearing clothes and if those receptors were in high number, we would just be aggravated. But this is the case of our kids with autism who don't translate the information of touch really well. And so everything that touches them is either painful or weird, or they're going to ask for more information. And parents sometimes think, oh, this is what is good for him. He wants to be squeezed. He wants me to sit on him. No, your child is trying to figure out where is it. And by
You mean
not
you
finding
mean
it,
you mean the child's trying to figure out where they are in space? Is that what you're trying to say?
where am I in space and
Okay.
where are my informations? Like, where are my receptors? The brain is trying to figure out, and it's not happening because serotonin is the translator and they don't have any. So the information comes through the skin but is not translated right inside the brain.
Okay.
So that's to start with. The second information is the information is received inside the skin. Very shallow, very tiny amount of space where the receptors are. And they are all attached to gazillions of neurons that are going to carry the information all the way to the brain. So when you want to inform the brain about touch, and let's imagine that you have a child who will not let you touch him in many places because he doesn't enjoy it. So you're going to give an information on the tip of the fingers because all children are touching things. So the sense of touch on the tip of fingers is okay. We can go there and the child doesn't feel like there is an aggression for him. So what you want also to remember that if you go any further than the skin, when you want to give a tactile information, you're no longer doing touch. You are doing muscle information.
Perfect. You know
If
what?
you
I
give an
think that's a good. I think we need to do a whole nother segment on this. And the phone ring,
okay.
you know what I mean? So let's do another. We're going to pause there. Thank you. We'll pause.